All right, so let's see if we can get this show off the ground. Uh, so I'm I need some music. I think I need some music so that I can relax a little bit. And I am streaming royalty-free music, but that doesn't show. I need something softer. Right. Here we are. Some soft music in the background. Okay, good. So we got that out of the way. And we also would like to enable this chat. See if we can make that happen. Right, so we copy this, we go to local file, okay, and then we go to chat, and then we just paste this in, okay. There's no chat going on, so that's all good, but I just want to update this. We are good to go on that one. Right, and the next thing is that I would like to work for approximately like 1 hour or something. Okay, thank you very much for that. And I'm just gonna restart this. Right, so I'm gonna be doing this for 1 hour, and then we'll see if I can continue to stream. But my task ahead is that I would like to build a NodeJS API generator, and there is this this fantastic little generator that I've been using before. Let's see if we can put this up on screen. Nodejs.org. No, sorry, npmjs.org, and we go for Express. Express API. No, what was it called? It's called. Let's see. Let's pop this open. Because I already have this forked to my computer, so I should be good to go on this actually. Let's see. This one is called Express API, right? Generator API. Express Generator API, right? That's the name of the game so far. Let's just move me a little bit out of the way from here. I can put myself here, perhaps. Right. Right. So let's check out the documentation about this one. Here we are. Right. Right. So what this does, it's an old thing, and it's an old package. But what this does for us is that it generates an API, an API application for us. And I would like to build upon this. And my idea is that if I give these guys attributes in my README, then I can build on top of their work. And as far as I'm concerned, they actually build on top of some other people's work, which was the Express generator, right? And which is even older, but has been updated more recently, actually. So that's interesting. Right. But that is not of our concern at the moment. And we will take a look. Well, actually, it should be a bit of our concern, because what we could do is to check out some of the latest changes. But command line, this generator can also be further configured with the following command: help version git, and it can add git ignore force and non-empty direct folder. Okay, so let's see if we can copy this. Well, there is actually, that is already in the README, so I should be okay on that. Okay, so I will call this Node API generator. So I will actually again build upon these people's hard work. I will attribute them in my README, but for now I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to put myself as a contributor. But actually, perhaps I shouldn't. Perhaps I should actually keep them and just add myself. Right, so I can say Thomas Ochman, and then Thomas at craftacademy.se, and a comma, and I will call this Node API generator, Node API generator, like this. And I will add, well, I definitely don't want, to say Sinatra, but I can use Sequelize, web, REST. Right, API is app, router, RESTful. Right, it's okay. Repository. That would be, what is the repository? Git remote -v. Do we have a? Right, so it's going to be Craft Academy. Generator API. I would probably like to rename this. Right, I need to rename this repository. So let's go over to GitHub. And that was the generator API. Right, where is the generator? Is that labs? No, this is Craft Academy. Generator API. Right, so I'm gonna see if I can go into settings, and if I can rename. There it is. So I'm gonna call this Node API generator. Right, and I'm gonna template repository. No, we can just rename this. Right, Node API generator, which will be the new repo for this one. And we're definitely gonna do MIT. That's perfectly fine. No problemos. Bin Express API. Right. So I'm gonna call this Node API main. Right. So let's just say Node API. And now we're gonna probably go into the bin folder and change the name of this file. So I'm gonna rename this. I'm just gonna say Node API. Actually, I'm gonna call this Node _API generator. Generator. Like this. Right, and then I'm just thinking, this is quite a big file. So let's see if we can just change, but I should be a bit careful with changing all the occurrences of var to const. I don't potentially have to do this, but I could do this. Load temple, right? So there's users, right? So we definitely want to change this. Express dependencies package now, right? Because here I'm gonna use. Here I'm gonna use some of the other dependencies later on, and write path package app bin vv replace name app name. Right. Oh, that's the way D does it. Okay. fs read files templates yes git ignore if program git. Right. So templates js git ignore. complete and then copy template. This one is not never called upon, so that's weird. Right. And we have the streams, exit. Okay, I think I have pretty good understanding of what we're doing here. App name. Right, so we're declaring this as, yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Make their, that's all good. Make their path. 07, okay, right, function one. Right. So we should have that as const nowadays. But I remember yesterday when I was approaching this for the first time, I had some issues with running the tests, and that was because we had some, well, we had some failing tests, right? So let's see what would happen if I run my tests. Because my first thing, before I even start developing or adding some features to this one, is that I need to get the test suite up and running. So we say yarn test, and we're getting errors. Right. It should create a basic app. Right, because it cannot find this Express API because I just removed that, so that wasn't a bad thing. So let's just do a global search for this, and Node API bin Express, right, main, and I called it what? In Node API generator, right. So let's go here and then Node API generator. Right, and then we had in the README utilize the quickest way to start. Right, so we will fix this later, but I can change that now. Of course, Node API generator. Generator is executable. Right, API Node API generate. Well, I don't know. Let's launch workspace. Launch JSON. Right. Node API generator. But that's not really. But here we have the problem. This is the problem with the test. So we're just gonna say Node API generator, right? And so we probably can require assert. So we're still using assert here, but I will change that. So I will just change all of these to const. This point, right? Let's see what this does for us. So let's run yarn test again, and again we're getting right, of course. So that wasn't a very good news that I just got overhead. Text should create basic app or assign it to constant to variable m. Right. Assignment to constant variable. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, so I was a bit premature. Let's set this out, and let's run this again. And now we're getting what? If wait return on the Node API generated 78. So let's have a look at the 78. On line 78, and we get here if wait return. If wait return. So just do let this. Right. And now let's go to 130. And where is VVV defined? On. So we're gonna have to find VVV, and that would be, there we go. So we're just gonna say let on all of this. Actually let, and let's try this again. And now we get a failing error, assertion error, expected 7 to equal 17. And I need to be able to run this in my VS Code actually, because I would love to be able to debug this on the command spec. Right. So that is line 48, right? So I need to be able to run there in function instead of if pass created files outputs. But why would this be 17? This is like a magic number to me, you know. Anyway, I need to go into my I mean, this mocha test is clearly not working, or is it? It's clearly not kicking in terms of the debugger. No. And that worries me a little bit. How can I get this to actually behave the way I want? So let's take a look at the launch JSON. Right, configuration. Build checklists. So this one is definitely not the one I want to run. Mocha all. I was running what? Mocha tests, right. So I can remove these. I don't want these. I don't want these. And I am passing in the same exact setting as we do in the package JSON. But it doesn't seem to be running the same thing. So if I just say did only, can I say that here? And then I'm gonna run Mocha tests. Well, waiting for the debugger to disconnect. But if error, so should I stop here before this kicks in? Yes. Okay. So what is standard out? Right. That wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. And is there an error? Assertion error. And what is dir? See, I've never worked with this kind of tests before. I've used Mocha several times, but I haven't really used these kind of tests where we are testing if the package, like, you know, an executable is doing what it's supposed to do. Never had to do that. Standard out file. So if we just copy this and execute this code, files, parse created files, standard out dir, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so that is exactly, that is, well, why would they like to have 17? I do not understand. Could we, for instance, let's see if we have the Node API generate temp. So let's have a look if there is anything here. So ls, is there a temp folder? Yeah, there is a temp folder. So ls temp, Oh, there's a lot of things. So is this creating? There's no garbage collection on this one. Wow. And this, the one was ending in 006. There's the one. So if I do ls app, no, temp app 29006, right? And that creates that, and that is the app.js bin package JSON routes. And it, right, and it creates 7 files apparently, because that's what we get here. We get package, so nothing, which is worrying. Why would that be something? Oh, that's the hidden. So where is parse created files? Where is that defined? Where is that defined? Where do we get that? There we go. Parse created files. That should be like in a helper. It should be like a helper method somewhere, and not really here. But anyway, we do var files and the output. But why would we care? Oh, is that? That's the output. So we create this dot and then packages and all of that stuff, right? And we go into that split. Right. Into that split. And then we loop through this lines length. If match create exact lines. Path file replace with a path. Files push return files. For even lines. Lines. If much. Really. This is a little bit of weird code for me, and then run. And then we exec this, so that's okay. I can understand that. Standard out. Try strict equal. So here I could say strict equal. What is strict equal? Let's just say chai strict equal. What is that? Assert chai assertion. So what a strict equal will be? There it is, strict equal. assert strictly inequality. Assert strict of actual. Right, so strict equality, but in an expect should. So if we do expect and do strict equality, no, nothing here, not. So let's just try expect strict equality. No. To have deep keys. Can we just strict? Can we find strict? Deep. Okay, to deep equal. It's called deep equal. But not strictly. No. But not deep, not nested. Nothing like, but there must be a strict. No, this is not strict. By default, strict equality is used to compare any array members and object properties, and deep, add deep other in the chain to use deep equality instead. Okay, so equal is strict by default. Okay, so we could in principle use expect s right to equal. That seems to be no to right. So we want to say deep equal. Here we want to say deep equal this, and then we can comment this one out. And here we want to say expect code to this to equal, because that is strict, and we should say 0. And then this. Right, but still it doesn't really fix my problem. At all, to be honest. Let's just run this again. Right, if error return done. Well, what error? So if we have an error to deeply equals a debugger attached, waiting for the debugger to disconnect to deeply equal this. But I don't want. So I'm going to comment this one out. I'm just going to comment out this modifier. And I'm going to run this again. And now we get here, and files length is 7, and files is this. And why would that equal 17? I don't know. It is apparently 7. So let's just run with it. Right, should require base, should create basic app. Should is expected to create a basic app. But see, right, this doesn't really cut it for me, to be honest. I'm not even sure we need to use done anymore. Actually, I'm gonna comment this one out and try to run this file. Oh, it doesn't exit out, so we need to use done. I guess. Right, so we need to use this. Right, he's expected to be a basic app. Okay, so let's just, but not sure about this one. Not too sure what it does for us. Well, actually we could run. So we're gonna go to run. So it needs to run in the folder an empty array function. Right. So we're just gonna refactor this to we're not using this anymore, so we should be okay in doing that, but who knows. Let's see, let's run this again. We're going good on this, and now we're gonna open this guy up and we're gonna go to run. Oh, these are okay, so these are the these are the flags we're passing in. Now I understand better. But here we are run. I would probably like to extract these out from this into a separate file, to be honest. So I'm just thinking about, like, this is the run function, right? So let's just copy, comment out, go in here, and then we can just create folders, and then we can call it helpers, and then in here I'm going to create a new file, and I will say index.js. So we probably don't only have to call on this, but let's just create this, and we can say, can refactor this to an arrow function, and then we say const right, and then run equals a thing, and now we just say module exports equals run. Oh, do I have to? I never know how to do this. Module exports equals run. Module exports equals run. Yeah, I think so. And then I will just move on and require this here. So I will say const run equals require helpers. Can I just do this? I think I can do this, but I'm not sure. Bin path is not defined, so we're just gonna do and bin path. So we need to import okay, so copy, comment, index.js, and then I'm gonna, so those helpers are not as straightforward as I would wish them to be, right? And then it's probably that I need this spawn here. Right. Let's see if we can run them now. Path is not defined. So we're just gonna what do you mean path is not defined? What do you mean path is not defined? So can we just do path, and then I can export path, from this one. Expect is not defined. Right, because I need expect on this one too. When the expect was here. I'm not really on board with that. Right, so let's just run this again. Right, so when we run this now, So why would I be interested in this expectation here? Expect code. What is code? I need to know what code is. Close child function on close code. Where is on close being defined? On close, child on close, child on close, on close. Code. Right. I'm really not interested in this output. So I think I can safely expected 1 to equal 0. But if I run this here, I'm not getting the same. No, I am getting the same. Child process on close. Test. Node API test bin. Node API test bin. Node API. Why would I be looking in test? Did I make a fool of myself? In the loader. Bin. Okay. Bin. Right, so it's gonna be this, right? Right, so now if I run this, yeah, this one is passing. So how come I get no args here? What am I getting all of this stuff? You learn as you go, Thomas. You learn as you go. Okay, let's not dwell on that now. Let's change this to const and see if we get some. But this bin path needs to be so we can get a problem here. Set encoding. It's let's see. Let's just do const on this one. Let's run it and see if we get into any problems. Right. On test that adds in the 25, standard error. We're just gonna say let here and let here. Right, so this is refactored now. Probably pretty okay. Right. So that's good. Let's have a look at let's see, I get a Slack message somewhere here that I need to take a look at. Lucas Knudsen, right. And the next thing, I think I need to listen to more music. Right. some slow. What is this? Jazz brunch. Oh, that's soft enough for me. All right, let's stick with that. Okay, so we're gonna take it easy with. Okay, so that was the first test, right? So let's go to the next one. So let's do this one. Should provide debug instructions. I said, okay, debug app. We have to test output. What the hell is output? Right. So let's run this. Expected actual to test output. Okay, we need to set a breakpoint, run this, and we need to see what is output. It's undefined. Well, and what is this then? Standard is undefined. Okay. Well, this, yeah, well, I have no clue why that is and why we're not using done on this one. Mocha after, Mocha before, new error, create environment, did output, right, and output equals standard, pass, run there, error. So why is this not kicking in? Let's check the so I'm a little bit interested in this original package that these guys wrote, command.js. What's the support? What's that? What's the support files? App runner. What is utilities? Use strict exports. Strip warnings. Function child environment. Parse created files. Create match. Create exact files. Match. Right. Return file. That's the one we have as well. Strip colors. Not sure what we're doing here. But if we take, what is app runner? Exec require child process string kill net. App runner, this child. Run this on 3000. Oh, because they want to execute the runner itself, but using prototype like this, why wouldn't they set this as a class? Perhaps they don't like classes. Standard error, socket function callback. Wait, don't worry about that now. Let's look into this guy. So probably describe this time attempt did describe no args function, set up test environment, run raw. It should create a basic app, and this is, yeah, CTX, right, CTX, well, what is CTX? Set up test, right, CTX, no, when the default view engine will not be jade in future releases. Assert strict equal, okay. Yeah, you see, these are just copied, these are just test files copied over from this one, from this library into the ancestor of this library, and now I'm sitting with this, and we don't. So no CT setup test environment. So this is ridiculous. Actually, this is ridiculous. I don't want to shit on people, but error new. So standalone. But I don't understand this. So let's put this breakpoint here. Wow, this proves to be really, really hard actually. So let's have a look. What is error now? That's null. And new dir. User stuff one. This is the new folder. But why don't I have? What is create environment? Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. So we do this in many other. There's a lot of code repetition here. Let's have a look at create environment, which is something that I can extract to this helpers. Right. So I can export create environment from here. Right, and I can just also say const equal, and then just an arrow function here. Right, and I can comment this guy out from here and just import it here. Create environment, and now we can see clearly that this one needs to be extracted in here. Need to be extracted to this guy, so we can place this one here, and we can just say const like this, right? And so we can release this guy, start this again. No, we can release this guy. It should fail. Does it fail? Yeah, it fails. And let's move over to this. Where are we? Process exited. No? What? Temp there is not defined. Okay, temp there is not defined. Where do we have temp there? No? Temp. Temp there. Where is the definition of temp? There it is. Perhaps this extraction wasn't that good for us. Perhaps it wasn't that good for us. Perhaps it wasn't that good. Well, actually, I can just const. So I'm just gonna extract. I'm gonna export temp dir from here, and I'm going to remove this guy, and I'm gonna say temp dir here, and I'm gonna run this again. Right, and now we have error, nothing. Right, so could we step forward now? Dir new dir. Okay, and then we're done. But why aren't we defining the output? Create environment. So that's the callback from the create environment. We have to look at create environment. We're gonna have to look at create environment. So where is create environment? It's right here, and it's a callback, and we're returning callback null. Right on there. Error. But is there is there an output here or something? No. Dear path joined it up. No. Make dear be on there. Can we say, is there like a let's see if this one creates something for us. Right. This is null, and this is the dir, and what is this? So this is just a folder. Right. So we're gonna have to check the documentation for this mkdirp. So let's go to that NodeJS, no, npm.js. Thomas. Hello, Michael. Awesome to see you here. Long time no see. Great to see you again. How are you? It's been a long time, brother. Okay, so dir and options, promise, and what do we return here? We don't know. If I was string null. So it returns the folder. Create a new, make them synchronous. Create a new folder and it's to deal with octal permission string. If observed string number promises of the first remain are undefined if everything unreleases. Promise rejects if any hours are recounted. Note that in the case of promise rejection, you can option pass in an FS implementation. Your implementation should have it. You can also override just one of them. Yeah, so that doesn't help me much actually. On dir function. On dir. Right. So let's see if this returns the third argument. And let's release this. And let's run it again. And this is undefined, right? So this one contains this. This is null. There are no errors. And if error, this is null. Callback null, and dir is this directory. Create environment. App and num. It's just a process paid plus math random. So that's nothing in particular interesting. And the error is null. Dir equals new dir. Right, and then we're done. So there's nothing here. there's nothing here for us to deal with. Why are you shitting on me? Come on. It's getting a little bit boring now. Oh, come on. Let's just stop this. Right, let's remove this guy. This is definitely this. We don't care about this. Debug up. Should provide debug instructions. Do I have to run a manual test here? Right, we're gonna have to run it. So let's see what let's. Can we do Node API? Can we just say Node API? Let's see, where's my terminal? I don't think I can do that. Node API test. Node API command not found. Right. So how do I link this? Right. Link local npm package. How to link to a local version of your dependency. How to? Oh, it's a blog post. We love blog posts. Thanks for the follow, Michael. Right, I want to follow Michael. Then git clone, npm install. Moment, what? npm link. npm link. Can I just do npm link? Right. We're nearing my hour, nearing the end of my hour, so I have 2 minutes to fix this. There. Let's see here. So whatever the local visual moment for my target. Why? Because moment doesn't like clean up or more. Yeah. Okay. No. Clone the package locally. npm install it. Then go back to your flashy app that is. But what if I What if I want to link local? Can we do link local? Is that a link local with local dependency packages? Link local is a development tool that reduces over breaking or entering into small packages. Right. Not sure. And then you point to this, right? But that's, I see, I've done this before. I've done this. Oh shoot! Didn't I have something on my GitHub? Oh, sorry. I think I had something about that. So I'm just gonna search for npm. No. Was it a Chuck Norris? Chuck CLI, exactly. Chuck CLI is my, so git clone npm install g dot. Right. Yeah, exactly. So I have to install it globally from within the project folder. Yeah, so this was just an experiment of, you know, right, and my hour is up. So that was I'm gonna add myself another 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna say, well, actually 10 minutes. Start timer. Right, let's give it another 10 minutes. Okay. So npm install -g, right? Install g, yeah, and then just dot. So I need to install this thing. Let's see what that does for me. Node API generator 6.0, and now I can say node API test. No, let's just do help. Are you shitting me? Is it? Well, not bad. So what if we just do this? No, we don't want to continue. We don't want to continue. So what if we just do my test API? Right. Right. Node API. Gee. Well, that's good, but why would the expression should provide debug instructions? Why would that, with no arguments, it should provide debug instructions? Why? And also, why is this help not? So there's so many things. Anyway, we're just gonna go to 181 in Node API generator to take a look at that. What is that? Node API generator 181. 181. Draining diff. Okay, so there's a lot of discussions here, but it says draining plus assignment oh, because it's a constant. Okay, so let's just okay, that's my fault. Let's find that. Right, so we're gonna say let here. Right, and now I'm gonna say I need to install this again, and then I'm gonna say health. Right. After the version of force or non-empty folder. Right, but that doesn't help me much in terms of I'm gonna rf my test API, and then ls temp. No temp. Test, right? ls test. Provide debug instructions. We're gonna exit this one. We're not gonna use this one for now. I don't understand why what the use case is for this, and I can't really, based on this test file, I can't really see, and also the before and after. And why would he say Mocha before? Why doesn't he just use before? Can we use before? Can we just change that to before and after? Do I really have to say Mocha on this? Let's see. Right. There is no done, no nothing. Okay. That's weird. Let's have a look here instead. Let's just run yarn test in here. So I'm worried that I have different outputs based on where I run this thing. So one was failing. Jade should have Jade templates. Look, this is ridiculous. We do not do Jade in an API. So the guys that wrote this, they clearly didn't bother with setting up test environment for this package once they moved over to using it for scaffolding APIs. So this one needs to go. We don't use any templating language here, and we should not have this, and we should not have this, and we should not have debug. We did have cookie parser, I think. Right, and yeah, oh gosh. I'm thinking about renaming this to server actually, but rather than DBP. But anyway, let's just see if we can run this again. Right, so I'm just gonna have to. Right, so we get one failing. Should respond to HTTP request. This is interesting. So we're making good progress now. So we should installable dependencies. Did this run should have installed? Yes, that's passing. Should export an Express app from app.js. So we're just gonna say, expect type of app, type of app. That will allow us to use this to build upon. So what I want to do is to get this scaffolder in a good state where my tests are passing and actually reflect what is supposed to happen in this one. And then I would like to add some tools like Sequelize, like FactoryBot, like some other setup, so that I can test this like super static or super static, is that what I want? No, perhaps I don't want that. But anyway, a server so I can serve JSON files and I can test for that particular output. But for now, it doesn't seem to be happening. Well, no, I don't have. Yeah, I would like to test for that, of course. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I will be back online later tonight, and I will be doing a little bit of coding. I won't touch this particular project. I am working on a software as a service application that will deal with. So I'm going to deal with some React stuff, and I will be testing, but I will be using another tool, and that tool will be Cypress.io, and I hope to see you there. Thank you very much.